Mr. Mayfield, I'd like to focus on the Census Bureau's decision to utilize the differential privacy methodology for the first time in the 2020 census. I am incredibly concerned that intentionally creating structural inaccuracy in census data collection at the lowest unit has impacted the reliability of nationwide census counts, congressional reapportionment, assignment of presidential electors, redistricting, and federal funding allocations. In light of these concerns, could you briefly explain the steps that the Census Bureau took when adopting and implementing this differential privacy within the 2020 census?
To put it in shorthand, Congresswoman, this was done at the civil servant level without any legal opinion being obtained. The decision was made by John Aboud, who is the Director of Privacy and Statistics, and a small group of people working with him. There was actually opposition from some other parts of the Bureau because the test repeatedly demonstrated that it would falsify data, including the block level that you mentioned, but anything below the state level. They proceeded with that because they wanted to do differential privacy, not because there was any need for differential privacy. Data swapping, which was the method used in the previous 3 censuses, had always been adequate, and to this day, there is still no problem with it. There's a 2023 study by researchers from Harvard, NYU, and Columbia that finds that data swapping is just as good as differential privacy, but it doesn't alter the data. There was no reason to do this. Now, to give you an example of just how bad it is, again, this is post-use of differential privacy. That study found that the use of differential privacy, for instance, if you had 3 Hispanics on one block, could create a variance anywhere in the state of 0 Hispanics or 6 Hispanics. In other words, a 100% difference either way. All of the data, as Mr. Miller alluded, below the state level has been subjected to differential privacy. Because of the way the algorithm works, it's a top-down algorithm, none of the data can be released in unaltered form. You cannot actually get the results of the survey below the state level. So you may know there are 9 million people in Indiana, but you don't know how many people there are in Muncie. You don't know how many people there are on Mayfield Street in Muncie.
They cooked the books, and they did so intentionally. Is that a good way of describing it?
That is accurate.
All right.